Hello everyone. I'm Subin with a very long last name, and this is Arvind. We are Bridge AI for everyone. So let me start this presentation with a few questions to every one of you. First one. So how many of you know how to program an AI system? Feel free to raise your hands. That's 2 in 10. Second. So let's say that you know how to program an AI system. Let's assume that. And what impacts can it bring in your day-to-day life? I can give you a few examples. First, you're a small business owner, a baker. You could make a cookie counter, or you can make a AI that finds bad cookies or burned out cookies. Second, you're a business person, you're a stock trader. You want to teach an AI specific strategies of selecting stocks or making buy and sell signals. So you have an idea what all small applications you can find out from your day-to-day life. Third, what do you think are the barriers when it comes for you to apply an AI like that? Just have a thought into it. Okay, now we'll get started with AI. How to get started with AI? I would say let's go and learn Python, which is programming language. And there's a famous quote: the best way to learn a language is to speak to the natives. It's same for all programming languages. So how to learn Python? So this is how you learn Python. So we see that there is a lot of unfair advantages in AI. So if you see this picture, you have AI experts who have a lot of knowledge in AI, who could easily implement. If you just say that I want to make a cookie counter, you can just implement it. But there are software engineers who still struggle with AI. And there is third, which is individuals or small business who know they have a lot of applications but don't know how to implement it. So we, Bridge, want to democratize AI, where you have equal opportunities for everyone. That is, even if you are an AI expert, or you are a software engineer, or you are a small business or an individual, you should be able to implement AI without any problems, without any programming. Okay, now I welcome Arvind to continue the presentation.
Yeah, so our vision of Bridge is to create an environment where AI developers can freely share technologies with the world, and the people that we're sharing it with can use it without any issues. So why? We notice that there's a lot of barriers to access. So if you're someone like me who doesn't have any coding experience, I can't run one of the programs that Subin has created for AI because I don't know how to code it, how to actually use it. And inefficiency. So we know that AI has a lot of potential in our market. Like they say, you have to do something more than twice, you can probably automate it. But not everyone has the capability to do that. And then third, it's a really fastly growing market. So if you see the global AI software market by segment, in 2020 it's worth around 16 billion. And in 2025 it's projected to be around 36 billion. So it's actually more than double. And we kind of see these trends, like right now, like AI, machine learning, kind of buzzwords, and a lot of companies are hopping on this bandwagon, so to speak, and really applying AI and machine learning. But small businesses and individuals are not able to do that yet. So our product, so basically we're trying to create a platform where developers can post their algorithms. So many of you are probably familiar with PubMed, where people can share their papers and you can download, people can just download and read them free of charge. So similarly, we're trying to create a platform where AI developers can kind of open source, post their algorithms in a way that other people can easily use and read them. So yeah, users can browse and select algorithms, and you can either run them on our servers or you can download your own machine, which is not as recommended because it takes a lot of GPU space, which is a kind of a technical thing that we're still trying to work out. So this is kind of what our product will look like. So we're going to have a homepage AI for everyone. And if you go to a demo and you open up an algorithm, this one's a multi-model reconstruction demo. You put in an input and an output. And we'll be more on this later in our last slide. So our customer segments. So Subin actually presented a very similar idea at a conference in London. This kind of focused around research in AI. And people were actually asking him, like, is this a real product? Yeah, can we use it? So we find that there's actually a lot of demand for this in academia, specifically in areas of AI research, and then also in clinical research. So my domain is medicine. There's a lot of physicians that do research here at the University of Iowa that really benefit from AI technologies, but most of us don't know how to code. So we can't really take advantage of that easily. And we're mainly focusing on a US and European market. So yeah, thank you for listening to the presentation. We also have a demo here. So if you scan this QR code, you can put in an image, and it's just kind of to give you a taste of what this technology can do. And it's linked up to a AI algorithm that can detect what's in that image. So if you give it a picture of a cat, it'll tell you whether or not what's in that image. Give it a cat, it'll tell you that there's a cat. So we just kind of wanted to show what we're kind of our vision is in a really simple way. Yeah, thank you.
Any questions?
Yeah,
What will be the key advantage of what you all are proposing versus using the repository like GitHub or on Stack Overflow?
So if you go to GitHub, it never lets you run a program, right? So our platform lets you run the program without accessing any code. So you get access to, let's say VGG16. You know that program, right?
Yes.
So it lets a baker or a cookie maker access VGG16 without knowing what's running behind it. We get access to train the model and inference the model for its own use.
basically we want to create like a drag and drop platform on a website so that people don't have to do anything other than just visit our website, log in, and then use it, just get back to it. Yeah,
How are you planning on making money with this?
yeah, so we actually have a monetization plan. So we kind of have like a four-step model for how we're gonna roll this out. So first, we kind of just want to focus on AI machine learning researchers, test the product, just get as many algorithms posted on there as possible and kind of work out the things. And then kind of expand to clinical researchers. And then after that, once, and this is probably gonna take a couple of years, but once AI machine learning technologies become more generalized, have some individual small business applications and then eventually enterprise products. And to monetize it, so it's going to be an account-based service, kind of like Gmail. So we just want people to log in so we can log how much server time you're running. And then inevitably, it might take some time. We have a lot of people on the server. Some people might have to wait. So we could have a premium subscription where they could kind of skip through the front of the line, and it could also offer some ancillary services like data analysis or data storage as well. Yeah.
So I noticed that like one of the biggest barriers is that a lot of, well, especially MD, which is the clinical research, right? Like they don't know how to build their data set in such a way that you could just drag and drop. And so are you gonna have someone that's gonna be there to help troubleshoot the data, the input, so that they're getting the correct output, so that they're not misinterpreting the output?
Yeah, initially I think we would do that. What we're planning on doing is we're gonna need a lot of cooperation, I guess, with people that are uploading their algorithms. So there's a kind of a clear like how to on it, like just like make sure that your data follows like certain protocols and try to make it as simple as possible.
Will learning resources be a part of your offering to help people learn how to do it or to support them?
Yeah, so if you see AI, so different algorithms have different protocols. The way you load the image, so if you see healthcare, the images that we use in healthcare is totally different from natural images. We have different formats. So there will be a tutorial along with every model, how to use it, what preparation you have to do. It might be like you have to number each images, like starting from 0, not 1. It might be like you have the images to be more brighter than you expected when you load it. So that kind of tutorial will be there.
So how are you, have you thought about anything to ensure like a smoother transition? So if they test your model on, your website, and then download it. Sometimes like if I go on GitHub and download an AlexNet or a ResNet model, maybe it's using like a different version of TensorFlow or some libraries that I don't have to download. So taking hours to figure out why it didn't work. Or it's not working. So how are you?
So we rely on containerization for that, so that once you load and make the containers, it never get tampered with any kind of version changes or any kind of issues with that.
Do you have any info on any competition, or is there any competition out there, any competitors?
Yeah, so there's a lot of companies that are doing similar but not quite the same. Like for example, there's a website called Nuance that creates AI for clinical application, kind of sells to hospitals. It's already like an enterprise sort of thing. But as far as we've known, there's nothing that really like open sources AI for people to use.
And then have you been able to do any customer discovery?
Yeah, you want to come to this?
So we've been doing some customer discovery around physicians and students who are in the research. So right now we have 2 or 3 companies from Germany. So they were all students who apply research and they have clinicians on the other side who use their research. So they were all saying like they feel it really hard to let them use their models because it's all programming. The physician doesn't like to do all this coding. They just want to have something that's drag and drop. So we started after we made the idea. So I feel like we are in the right direction. We are still working on more customer discovery from physicians here in the university. Feel free to use our demo.
So would you be able to describe your early adopter archetype a little bit more? Who you see really going after this solution?
Yeah, so our early adopters would really be kind of people like Subin and people. So he does AI machine learning research for Department of Biomedical Engineering. And when he presented this in London, it was a lot of like his peers were wanting something similar to product similar to this. So really, we want to start with kind of rounding up researchers that are doing AI machine learning research here at the university and having them get that sort of stuff.
If you go to any conference, especially in AI, so it mostly end up presenting a paper on the screen. You never let anyone use what they've made. So you just show the results. So first market we want to enter is the academia where it's easy to because we have access to it. So we can let people in the conference use their AI models. That's what we are kind of focusing on right now.
I have one more question. What would you say your biggest barrier is to getting this out there? Like, is it capital? Is it, what is the biggest barrier?
So we have a technology barrier where we know programmers. This is a very basic MVP. So we have a lot of backend work to be made. And we need a lot of capital because it runs on GPUs. That means we need to have a server, proper running server and everything. So we are working on that right now.
So this is a little inside baseball. So you guys were Bridge Healthcare and then you Bridge. What sort of research went into you pivoting and tell us the story about why?
Yeah, so initially our kind of original fund, we wanted to create basically an AI machine learning app store just for radiology applications. And we found that there's a lot of like legal regulatory barriers with applying something in healthcare right away because like they can't upload patient data to a server, for example, because of that kind of privacy thing. That's tricky. So we didn't want to start there. We found that a better market to start in is academia. Like Subin was explaining, there's a lot of AI machine learning researchers that want a way to share their research to people in a way that doesn't require a lot of coding knowledge.
And data is open source. That means use it from our system.
Any other questions? If not, I can ask our traditional final question here on CIO City. What can we as a community do to help you?
So you to know like how each of you want to apply AI at some part of your life, like maybe in your business or it's in your day-to-day life. That's a good thing for us.
Thanks. And we'll get the contact information. It's up there. If you have any follow-up questions, 5 more seconds to do that. Let's get the guys from Bridge.